we're going to start with the lower back. So one of the first things you want to do before you start doing the exercise is, remember, we're regenerating tissue, so we don't want to do anything where you're doing a lot of weight or impact because we don't want to damage the tissue that's been regenerated. So one of the first things is just start like this. Here, we want to do isometric, where you're not really moving the joint that much, you're just tightening the muscles around the joint. So, you know, when you're working to strengthening the muscles to help the low back, we're going to do abdomen and we're going to do the lower back too. So one of the easiest ways is just stand like this against the counter and just tighten your abs up and maybe push down just a little bit, kind of imitating a crunch move, and then just hold it for a count of 4. And do that several times. Try to do 12 of those and then take a break for 30 seconds and then try to do 3 sets of 12. And we want to do this before you even do any exercises. So the next thing you want to do is you want to work the back right here. So you just want to lean back a little bit, and then you just want to tighten these muscles, and then you can just push back a little bit like this. And you should feel it tighten right here. Just like when you're doing the abs, you should feel it tighten here. The other thing that you can do is you can go like this, twist a little bit, go forward, and then push this way and have your hand on the counter, and you should feel it tighten up over here. That works the obliques. And then the same thing this way. Turn this way, and then you're going to push like this and use your hand to push and give you some resistance back, and you should feel it tighten up right there. The other thing that you can do is you can stand up against the wall like this, and then just try to arch your back and squeeze it and tighten the muscles so they're kind of squishing down like that, and you should feel it. After that, once you do that, you know, for a week or two, then we're going to go into some a little bit more strenuous, and we'll have you lie down on your stomach. And you're going to be like this, and you're going to put your hands in the small of your back so you can feel the muscles, and you're going to raise up and hold it 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back down, and just as you get ready to touch, go back up again. And the reason that you do that is because if you go down and rest for a little bit, then you're actually resting the muscle, and we're working on rehabbing the muscle. So you want to go up, and what it does is it keeps a strain on the muscle, and it helps to rehabilitate it a lot better. The next one, I'm going to be lying on my stomach, and then what we're going to do is we're going to raise your left arm up and your right leg at the same time. It strengthens those muscles, plus it causes your spine to rotate like that, so it works some of the rotator muscles. And most exercises, you don't do that. So what you would do is you'd have your left arm like this, and you're going to raise your right leg and your left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to go down on the other side, raise the right arm up and the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some of the best stretches to do are just lying on your back, pulling your right knee up. So if we're going to do it, you'll be doing this and stretching it like that. And just try to keep the other leg straight and do this, and then hold it there for 45 seconds to a minute. Then you do the other leg, and then you can do both of them. And those are probably the best stretches to get started. You know, obviously you can, you know, stand like this, keeping your legs straight, and lean forward like that, and eventually you don't want to get down to where you can touch your toes on the floor. If you can't do that, no big deal. Just get as far as you can and let it hang like that for about 30 to 45 seconds. That's a good start. Once you do that, then we can talk about doing some more strengthening exercises that are a little bit more involved. Once you get these doing pretty good, you can do what's called a wall sit. We use this for people that have stem cells injected in their knees, their hips, or their back. And basically what you're going to do is you want to get your knees about 90 degrees like this. If you have them like this, it's going to be too much of a strain on your knee. If you have them out too far like that, you won't get, and you might slide. So you want to get them where they're at 90 degrees, and you want to squat down. And it's basically what you're doing is you're going to be sitting down like this against the wall. It's called a wall sit. And once you do that, it's going to work your legs, it's going to work your back, it's going to work your glutes, it's going to work your abdomen. You want to try and sit like that as long as you can. So if you start out and it's 30 seconds, that's what it is. Try to work up to 3 minutes. So you'll be sitting like this, get your knees out, sit down like that, and then you just stay like this. And you'll feel your legs quiver and everything. That's when you can feel it's working. What that does is that the longer you sit, it engages all the muscles around them because they have to recruit, because it's very difficult to do. So if you can only do it for 15-20 seconds, that's fine. So we're going to start with this, and then at that point when you do better and you come back for your follow-up visit and we see you're doing good, then we can give you exercise where you can start doing some weights and you can do some impact stuff. But until we give you the go-ahead, we want to make sure to regenerate as much tissue as we can, and we don't want any of the exercises that you might do that could damage or slow down your progress. So anyway, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can call the office, and hopefully you'll be able to do these exercises. If you can't, do what you can, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll start adding more and more stuff.